the best of Plato, quotes, "Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. For a man to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories." Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. Death is not the worst. That can happen to men. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed by the masses. We are twice armed if we fight with faith. Books give a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. A hero is born among 100. A wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. If a man neglects education, he walks lame to the end of his life. All the gold which is under or upon the earth is not enough to give in exchange for virtue. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds, so that you may be better able to discover with accuracy the peculiar bent of the genius of each. He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. Honesty is for the most part less profitable than dishonesty. Justice in the life and conduct of the state is possible only as first it resides in the hearts and souls of the citizens. There are 3 classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. Knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. Ignorance of all things is an evil, neither terrible nor excessive, nor yet the greatest of all. But great cleverness and much learning, if they be accompanied by a bad training, are a much greater misfortune. We can easily forgive a child who's afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Astronomy compels the soul to look upwards and leads us from this world to another. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. If women are expected to do the same work as men, we must teach them the same things. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself, To be conquered by yourself is of all things most shameful and vile. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. Ideas are the source of all things. These quotes from Plato not only show his critical thinking, but also gives us a way to understand this philosophical genius. Thank you.